Hi, everybody. I'm Joel Simmons for another 2-Minute Turf Talk. This week's podcast I recorded with Ed Olsen, a dear friend, who is currently the Parks and Forestry Supervisor for the Town of Needham, Massachusetts. But in this podcast, he talks about his years on the golf course and some of his mentors, and particularly his mentor, Tim Strano from Concord Country Club, where Tim taught him what Ed talks about here as the 150 rule. Take a listen.
So the greatest agronomy mind that you know, what did he bring to the table? What did you learn from him? What agronomy did you learn?
So there were a lot of things I learned from Tim. He'd tell me about scientific reactions and endothermic reactions, and why we syringe and how do we release that heat off the surface, not to put the water on the surface, how we're cooling the air. But I think really scouting for disease, that was my job, is to be the first person on the golf course in the morning and to really know the cycles of the fungicide sprays and how to find annual bluegrass weevil and where to look for them and where are the first signs of where they're going to chew, and to find them in the step cut before they get to the fairways.
He taught you all that?
Yeah, absolutely. And
did you know anything about that beforehand? I mean, had you?
No, not really. No,
wow,
just
that's
books.
Incredibly valuable.
So Joe was hands-on, grind, but Tim was the science behind it and pushing to say, hey, show me where they are, and to be able to take a knife out and say, right here, you cut it open and say, there it is. And it's like, oh, good job.
I can see the mycelium floating around.
What is that? Is that dampening off? Is that pythium? When are you going to start scouting? And he had a rule, the 150 rule, which I don't think I've ever heard really be beyond Tim, but he said the 150 rule. The 150 rule is when temperature and humidity equate to 150 for 3 days or more, every disease in the world will be active on the soil surface. Go find it.
So temperature and humidity
combined
at 150 for 3 days.
So it could be 70 degrees, 90% relative humidity, 160. But that combo of humidity and temperature was an incubation time to say, now it's on.
That's brilliant.
You get that.
Think about that.
I don't think I ever saw that in the textbook, but he'd call stuff like that out all the time and talk about
worked?
things. Oh, yeah, bingo, all the time. It always works.